Cutting back your water use?
Shorter showers.
Shorter showers?
Yeah.
And what are you doing now to save water?
Shorter showers.
That's it? That's it?
Yeah, and then like water your lawn at night.
Water, okay. Do you have any cars? Do you wash your cars?
I do have a car.
Okay, do you wash that with like a lot of water or car wash or?
I use a $5 car wash and you just go inside. I'm pretty broke.
Okay. Exactly. Okay, and the governor is asking residents and cities to cut back on water consumption by 25%. How do you plan on cutting back your water use?
Well, I plan on trying to lower the time it takes me to shower, and then also trying to not leave the water running even when I'm cleaning my dishes for too long.
Okay, and is that the only thing you're doing right now to save water, or anything else like you can remember?
Nothing else that I can remember.
Okay, and what suggestions do you have for your fellow Californians to save water?
Ooh, I would definitely do the same thing I'm doing with, try to lower your time in the shower. Don't leave the water running, and that's it.
The governor is asking residents and cities to cut back on water consumption by 25%. How do you plan on cutting back your water use?
Cutting back on water consumption?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can do that by not watering our lawn as often, or taking shorter showers instead of longer showers.
Okay, and is that what you're doing right now to save water, or are you doing anything else?
I'm not really participating as much. Well, I like taking long showers, so I guess I can cut down on that. But in regards to everything else, I'm basically a regular student, so I don't have to worry about like watering the lawn and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. And the last question is, what suggestions do you have for your fellow Californians to save water? I know you're a college student, but what would you recommend for other people to do?
Well, I have noticed that some people, when they do water their lawn, they like take a long time. I'm pretty sure other people, same as myself, like to take really long showers because I know it can be relaxing. But to conserve water, because there is a drought, we could do that. Maybe washing the dishes. Maybe we can wait a little bit until there's like a pile or something, and then water the dishes. Because I've also seen when people like to wash the dishes as soon as one gets there. I mean, I'm not saying not to be clean, but I'm just saying that every time you're washing dishes, I notice that some people let the water run for a long time. So maybe just be conscientious on how much water you're letting run through, or if you're washing the dishes and while you're washing them, turn the water off. Don't let the water just stay running while you're washing.
Governor is asking residents and cities to cut back on water consumption by 25%. How do you plan on cutting back your water use?
That's a good question. I think that water conservation is very important. I think that water is a natural resource that we take for granted. It's not a resource that people in other countries have the privilege of having available, and so it's a moral question. It's a personal question that I think everyone must ask themselves, and I think that when it comes to myself, I mean, I try to be naturally as, I don't have the water on when I'm brushing my teeth. I mean, that's just kind of like a personal principle, right? And how much difference that actually makes is, a totally different question, but I think that water conservation is going to be really hard to enforce. I mean, there's only so much people can do. As far as considering myself, I'd maybe try to take shorter showers. I'll try to, of course, I'll keep doing what I do and not having the water on while I brush my teeth. I'm not sure what else I could possibly do.
Well, do you have any other suggestions for other people of what they could do?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a question that people can do, because people know that they have to do other things too. People know that they have to turn their signal light on when they're merging in front of lanes, and they don't do that, and that has lethal consequences. Someone, you're merging lanes, someone's Snapchatting and they don't see you. So there's other kind of things that equally are moral questions that are hard to enforce, you know. And we're all guilty of sometimes, you know, maybe changing lanes without signaling. I mean, sometimes it just happens, you know. So, I mean, naturally, maybe, you know, if you're a little bit hungover or something and you're taking a longer shower, I mean, it's going to be hard, you know, to say, oh, you know, there's a drought. I think we should look at the people who are abusing water, people who are using excess amounts of water, like rich people on country clubs, for example. I remember reading something that said that rich people should pay more, like water should be perhaps on a tier system, right? So if you use perhaps maybe more than 50 gallons or whatever, you start to pay more per unit or per gallon, right? I think that's something that could be used because, you know, water is like something that is, you know, we're the only planet that has water, right? And so, you know, I mean, it's not to say that water will ever run out. Maybe it's just like air, you know, will we ever run out of air? I mean, this sounds like a silly question, right? But it's kind of a resource that everyone should have access to. And you know, if you want to use a little more, then you got to pay more. I mean, if at my apartment complex, if I want a parking spot, I got to pay more, you know?